All right, this is John Hansen for FloridaPhysique.com. We are in the gym training with Devon Manny, figure competitor who is competing in the North America, the IFBB North America next weekend. How you feeling, Devon?
Feeling great. I'm excited.
So now this was your first year competing as a figure competitor, and you started off, you did the Europa, you placed like in the middle of the pack. Started working with Eric and Kelly at Team Freak Physique, and they really figured out your physique, and you started to really peak for shows. And then you did the, you did the Beachbodies Classic, you won the overall there. You went to the Dexter Jackson Classic, which is a big national qualifying show, won the overall there. Now you're going into the IFBB North America. How you feeling as far as your prep goes?
I feel great. I feel better than ever. In between the Dexter and the North American, I managed to kind of bulk up my legs and glutes a little bit more, which is the only thing that, even though the feedback that I was provided didn't include anything about gaining size and legs, but just personally that's what we kind of wanted to focus on in the meantime, and we feel like we did that, and kind of just focusing on conditioning.
Now how did you do that with the legs? Just increase your calories a little bit more obviously, and then just train a little heavier? Yep,
that's exactly what we did.
Yeah. So the feedback from the judges was you got a good look, just a little more in the leg.
Actually, from the judges, there was only one judge that even recommended adding a little bit more size to the legs. Everyone else just said to keep everything exactly the same, and just come in a little bit more conditioned, a little bit leaner. Not too much, but just a little bit leaner.
Yeah.
And
seems like your strong point is your structure and your overall symmetry, because you got the wide shoulders, you got the smaller waist. So when you come out there, you have a really good presence on stage. And it seems like you hit your peak. You know, the last few shows, you were really right on point.
Yeah, that's all up to the coaches. They look at me and they know exactly what I need, what's gonna do what for me, and it just works.
Okay, Devon. So for your leg workout, now you started with hamstrings, with the standing leg curls. Do you normally start with hamstrings when you do legs?
I do, because that's my weakest point. I like to use most of my strength for my hamstrings, because by the end of the workout I'm gonna be a little more exhausted, and I save other parts of the leg for later on that I don't have to put as much energy.
Yeah. Now, what exercise do you like for the hamstrings? I saw you did the standing leg curls, and you did the seated leg curls, and then you did you also did stiff-legged deadlifts too.
Yes, I think stiff-legged deadlifts are probably my favorite. I usually do them on the platform cable machine, just because it gives me a little bit more flexibility, and I have lower back issues, so it takes that pressure off of my lower back. But yeah, I really like how much you get a really good pull and stretch in your hamstrings with those.
So you usually use the cable when you do the stiff-legged, huh?
Yes. Yep. We hold both cables in both hands, and just like I said, takes the pressure off the lower.
So it gives you constant tension on the hamstrings and more on the hams and less on the lower back, huh?
Yeah, you're able to pretty much the whole, and I make sure to only come up about halfway, so I keep a constant tension on the hamstrings.
Emphasizing the stretch then.
Yes, yep. It's weird getting used to it. When I first started doing them, I felt like I wasn't getting enough of a pump, as I'd say, but you realize I think that's what I like most about it, is that it's not about flexing, it's about the stretching the muscle out.
So do you typically start then with like some type of leg curl and then go over to the stiff-legged after they're already pumped up and flexed already? Yep,
that's usually what I do. I'll do either seated leg curls or lying leg curls first, and then go over to the stiff leg just to get a warm-up.
Now you're 1 week out from the show, so how different was today's workout than a typical leg workout?
So today, because the last 7 days I've been on extreme low carb, and today was my last kind of little bit of a carb up before going into depletion tomorrow. Even though it's a higher carb day, my body's just worn down from the last week of still keeping the high intensity workout. So today I wasn't, you're not able to push as hard as you normally would be, not able to do as heavy a weight.
Now, a normal leg workout, how many hamstring exercises would you do before you move on to the quads?
Usually 3 or 4. I'll do a couple of variations. I'll do the standing leg curls, stiff leg deadlifts, lying leg curls, and then seated leg curls. And then go on to quads and glutes.
So now when you started with quads, I noticed you started with the walking lunges. Is that an exercise that you normally do?
Yep, I always do walking lunges. I really like those. You get a kind of uses your full leg pretty much. It's not so much the hamstrings, but even on coming up, you get it. You know, you get your hamstring all the way up to your glute, and then you can push through your quads too. So I really like how it full leg extension.
Now you started with those. I see a lot of people. A lot of people usually do those at the end.
Yeah, I think because I just for this workout had already kind of exhausted myself through the hamstring workouts. Because that's kind of such a full body workout or such a full body movement. Start with those just to use as much energy as I could and push through them correctly.
So you're doing those more for the glutes then, or more for the legs, or both?
For both. Quads and glutes are the main focus in those, and a little bit of hamstring. I tend to, I'm real into the mind-muscle connection, so on certain parts of the drop and the come up, I'll make sure to focus on, really feel for which part of my leg I'm feeling, and then focus my squeeze on that each rep or each step, I would say.
And then your second leg exercise for the quads was leg extensions. So you're doing this more as a pre-exhaustion before you go to the heavier stuff?
Yeah, I mean, I guess today going from lunges to the leg extension, there wasn't I could have gone from lunges to pretty much anything. I think it was just make sure to start with the lunges today. But yeah, going into the leg extension, it was good having the lunges to start with because my full leg was warmed up by then, and then I could really get a good pump and squeeze in the leg extension.
So then after that, now you went and did leg presses, and I was surprised you went pretty heavy on those, for doing them towards the end of your workout and being pretty depleted like you were.
Yeah, I was definitely surprised. Normally on a normal workout, I would do 3 plates on each side, and that's not during a depletion workout, and do 12 to 15 reps, same thing, 4 sets, and that's exhausting for me. But somehow, I don't know how, just kind of get a little burst of energy there.
I think you went up to 4 plates on each side and you did like 15 reps.
Yeah, there's no explanation for that. It also helps having your coach kind of push you through it. It's like you don't want to disappoint him. You want to, people in the gym like, who's that girl?
And then to finish off, you did squats, and which is really tough because, like you said, you went a whole week of going low carbs, and then you did this whole workout: lunges, leg extensions, leg press, and then finished with squats. Yeah,
I was definitely just full body, completely exhausted. I mean, my shoulders are exhausted just from, but yeah, and normally I could easily rep out 4 sets of 12 to 15 of, a 45 on each side, a 45 and a 10 on each side. Today, it's just that last workout, it was hard to really push through, even with just a little bit of weight on there.
All right, Devon, well, we wish you the best of luck at the North America. I think you got like I told you before, I think you got a great future. You got a great structure, so hopefully you do it this year.
Thank you.
Okay, this is John Hansen with FloridaPhysique.com in the gym training with Devon Manny at the Powerhouse Gym in downtown Tampa.